Seven, six, five, four, three, two, one.
Welcome, everyone, to CBD Talk Podcast. This is episode number 33, and this is a fun one. We have Kevin Wilhelmy with us today, and this has been something I've been wanting for about a year now, and we will get to it. Not going to tell you yet what it is, but how about we start out with a little bit of background, Kevin, and maybe people can start guessing.
Well, I'm not going to give you a lot of clues right away, but I started off in my professional career doing IT work, and I got sucked into doing IT work in the medical industry, which is a really unique niche on its own. So I got sucked into managing a network at a weight loss surgery center and became the IT director, and then moved over to Scripps Healthcare, and I teach at the hospital there. I'm implementing electronic medical record systems there. So it's a job that requires a lot of analytical skills, especially when they start asking for you to dig data out of the system and present it in a way that is meaningful and useful. So having that kind of mindset, in between jumping from the weight loss surgery center into moving my life into Scripps, I got sidetracked by a really bad economy. And so during that time, I was actually learning to fly helicopters for a school, and it went bankrupt. And so my life exploded in 2008 due to that. I lost my house, and I had a lot of just horrible things happen. It was bad for everybody, I think.
I lost my house around the same time too, because of health reasons.
And, my unemployment was going longer and longer, and I was just starting to throw anything against the wall to see if it would stick outside of what I was doing in my old career, whatever. And I got involved with medical marijuana as far as being a distributor for a company and discovering the actual therapeutic benefits of it and the different compounds, and really understanding the suppression of knowledge when it comes to hemp and cannabis and how useful it is in our daily lives. And so that opened a whole Pandora's box, and it was great. And I did that for about 2 years. And eventually I just wasn't able to really make it in the medical marijuana industry. There's a lot of pitfalls that go along with it, I think partly because it's illegal in a lot of states. And as a result, business-minded people aren't going to do illegal things. Well, some of them do if they're, white-collar crime kind of people. But doing something like marijuana that's kind of taboo, it brings a different mindset of the people that you work with in some instances. So, as a result of that, and just whatever at the time, the universe said, it's not right for you to continue down this path. And my old employer had contacted me back. I'd been doing side work here and there for them, and they were like, listen, we'll pay you double if you just come back to us. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can make that. So I went ahead and, got my life back in order and jumped back into the IT career. But as far as what I can use in both industries is the analysis and the understanding of it. And I like to cook. It's a hint. I love cooking all kinds of things. And cooking is really chemistry. So if you do chemistry, you just follow instructions on how to get things done or come up with some kind of creation. Mm-hmm. And so, in my spare time, what I do, I like to do a lot of cooking, and I do a lot of other things that are quite parallel to cooking. If that's a hint, that's good enough for you. I don't know when you want me to reveal what I do.
Well, how about let's go ahead and talk about it, because this is, this whole thing just makes sense. It's something that women use every day, and to be able to combine the benefits of CBD with a product we use every day is just wonderful.
It makes perfect sense.
Yes, it does.
Makes sense.
So go ahead, give us the reveal.
Along the lines of cooking, I love to make lotions and all kinds of topicals, chapsticks, and lip balms. Same thing there, huh? Well, anyways, I like to make all that stuff. I enjoy it. I've been cooking things since I was a kid. So when my friend showed me how to make lotion, who lives in Denver, I was like, this is really cool stuff. And partly because I really, being an analyst and doing the IT stuff, I research stuff. So looking at sunblocks, I love the sun. Living in San Diego, of course, it's a great place to live for the sun. But one thing you don't want is too much sun, and it damages the skin. You age prematurely, so it's not a good thing. But you look at sunblocks, and many of them have way more carcinogens than you would ever get from laying out in the sun all day. Yep. So it's like, well, what do you do here? And, I used to buy the natural sunblocks, and they worked okay. And after my friend showing me how to make lotion, I was like, holy crap, this is easy enough to do. I can just make this on my own. So I started making lotions for myself for after sun exposure. And I was using medical grade oil from the marijuana plants out here. And it was doing okay, but I was doing, like everything I seem to do, I was doing it all by myself. So I was actually getting the cannabis flowers, and I was, making the oil with them, and then, taking the oil that I've made and starting the process of making the lotions. And it's really hard to make a good, consistent product when you're getting flowers from different sources, and different people. So, and, again, because we're working in the gray market, knowledge of, well, does this have pesticides in it, all that kind of stuff was always kind of, well, I hope not. So I spent a lot of time really refining a formula for my own skin as far as what I wanted. So I came up with a lotion that I use daily, and I use it after I go to the beach. And that's been my formula that I've played with for the past. I've been making lotion since 2007-ish, is about when my friend, so a little bit before everything crashed. And I've been doing it ever since. And and
when you've been doing something for a decade, you had the kinks worked out. Yeah.
You worked the kinks out. You've made it. I'll tell you, adding CBD into makeup was not something that I just was like, boom, here we go. It's something that's trial and error. I've got a great base for a lip balm as well that I use, and that I've been making for a long time as well. So those are kind of my jumping off blocks and where I moved on from. And so I ended up getting married, and my husband says to me, why doesn't anyone make a makeup with CBD?
Exactly.
Like, holy crap. That is brilliant. And that's boom. The idea was formed, and I was like, hold on, let's figure this out. So I'm a chemist in the sense of understanding cooking and everything, but I don't do colors and pretty things. Makeup is a new world that I am discovering. And I've had to learn a lot about it. I've worn some lipstick. I've worn some lip stains. I actually take the tinted lip balms that we make, and I wear them when I clean the house, or sometimes when I go out and go to Trader Joe's just to throw people for a loop. And it's yeah, I make CBD makeup. Here you go. So there's a lot of reasons to do it. And because I want to understand how well my product works. I want to understand and make sure that it's pleasant. And so there's a lot of reasons for doing it. It's fun. I ain't going to lie. It's fun. We started off with the CBD lip balms, and my husband happens to have been doing makeup for 20 years.
Nice.
Been doing weddings. He's like the go-to wedding. If you want to see what he can do, his website is christianwilhelmy.com. And it is packed full of some special effects, but mostly bridal stuff. And he's very good at what he does. So I had found marrying my creative director, the guy that's responsible for all of our colors. And so our synergy is just amazing as far as what we can put together and we can make together. So our first product is a line of lip balms, and the whole line of the product is Chippies by Naturae Cosmetics. And there's a little tongue-in-cheek if you want to look up Chippies on your own to see what it means. But we wanted to do something a little funny, sex sells. So
Yes.
Chippy's an archaic name, just to give you guys a hint. So we have a line of tinted lip balms called Chippies, and we make them because, again, CBD is amazing. And the base recipe that I have works really well on its own. People said, wow, this is really great lip balm you have. And adding the CBD to it has just like supercharged the beneficial qualities of the coconut oil, the jojoba oil, the cold pressed raspberry seed oil, all of that, and the beeswax. All of that is all of a sudden just like on steroids. So we've been really impressed with the product and the results. The people who have purchased it and the people that we've given samples out to as we first started have said nothing but positive things. And it's, it lasts a long time, and it keeps my lips nice and moisturized. Hey, I was in Arizona with friends for the weekend. Everybody had chapped lips except for me. So we've been really stoked, and everybody really likes the colors. We really wanted to do a good, strong color line. We've got everything from people that, colors that people might want that are really kind of light and subtle to, we've got a bright red one that, it looks like lipstick. It's amazing. So I've been really, really blessed that we've, started something like this, because I really feel, it's the right place at the right time. And there's so much benefit that everybody can have from promoting and selling and getting involved in the marijuana industry, or the cannabis industry, I guess would be more proper, since we want to include hemp,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's great that you're doing this podcast on that, on that note, because again, it's something that's frowned upon by the federal government. And so I think that you should always be friendly with your competitors. I think it builds something and some kind of synergy that's better. But, with regards to the status of hemp and marijuana, I think it's really important that people in the industry, being competitors or not, get together and, exchange ideas and just stick with each other.
Well, and it's, even though it's been around for a while, and legal in California and Colorado for quite a while, it's still a burgeoning industry. It's not legal in every state. There are so many uses that have not even been explored yet. It is amazing what this plant can do, and it's amazing the different ways that you can use it. Everything on the hemp side, everything from hempcrete to insulation in houses, and it's like, what? They had at one of the conferences here in Colorado, it was actually in northern Colorado, they had an entire car where the entire interior was made from hemp.
Was it the Lotus? Was it a sports car?
I don't think, it was a small car. It probably
Lotus
was.
put out a car that used hemp in the fiberglass in the seats. And it's amazing what you can do with this plant.
So we're more on the personal use side, with makeup and tinctures and lotions and vapes and things like that, that are both good for you and something that a lot of people are using anyway.
Yes.
So if you're going to use it, why not use it in conjunction with something that can help your health and help your body. So
definitely.
I know.
Definitely. And I think that's the best part about makeup when you get into it is if your listeners ever want to research the things that they put on their body or in their body, I recommend a site called EWG, Environmental Working Group.
Say that one more time.
EWG.org. It stands for Environmental Working Group. And they're a nonprofit, and they have a extensive list of safety data with regards to cosmetics, lotions, sunscreens, all of that stuff, all that household stuff that you use.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not just with sunscreen that you're putting toxic things into your body. It's body lotions, It's your nail polish, it's your eyeshadow, it's your blush, it's all of that stuff. And so I think that, you either try and find something, and if you can't, you make it. And, those are your two options, and finding something can be really difficult, because of the labeling laws that we have that, what natural ingredients are.
Yeah.
That.
And specifically, it's very worrying when you're talking about lip balms, because everything you eat and drink, it's like it's
Yep.
right there. You're
Yep.
going to ingest it.
Yeah, whatever it is. Exactly. So I think that it's really important, to have something for people that's going to be healthy, that's going to do them some good. And, the number one question I get is, how high am I going to get from this lip balm?
I was going to get there. Okay, so explain to people, because we do this on so many episodes.
Get high from CBD. It is not a psychotropic like THC. You might have a mild, very, very, very mild calming effect, but as far, and that's like, you need to have a lot of that. So CBD is like more of like, there's over 100 cannabinoids in hemp and marijuana. And cannabinoids, defined by U.S. Patent 6630507, states that cannabinoids are antioxidants and neuroprotectants. Therefore, when you slather anything on your body that's got any kind of cannabinoid, you are slathering on an antioxidant and a neuroprotectant. So I think that is like one of the most beneficial things. If you can't understand anything else about cannabis, understand that the government is known for decades. Because that patent isn't registered by a private person or a private corporation. It's registered by the United States of America. So we know that this is a really good thing. So CBD binds to CB2 receptors, which are found mainly in the skin, which is why we use CBD in our products, and we use a good amount of it. It's like anything else, though. You don't need to do too much. It's just going to wash off your body. Your body can only absorb so much. But when you take this molecule and you combine it on the skin and your receptors hit it and it activates them, it does amazing things for your body. So I think it's important with regards to products like that you don't have a bunch of other toxic things and then, this one good thing. Because I don't think the research is in on exactly what CBD does, but I think personally that CBD makes your body, or like your skin in this case, more receptible to absorbing whatever it's in contact with. So it's going to more easily absorb anything. Yeah. If it's coconut oil or if it's going to be some petrochemical. And that's really where it's important to get down with, what you're putting on your body, because again, for me, it goes back to oil and what we're doing with the environment and all of that. And anything that's a petrochemical comes from oil.
And you don't want that in your body.
No, you don't want it in your body. And the thing is, if you can reduce your petrochemical use, you're giving less money to the people that are denying climate change and the people that are just really ruining the environment and lying to us about it. So I like to avoid using anything that's a petrochemical, whether it be in my car, whether it be on my body, whether it be in contact with my food. So, you're not just doing something that's really good for you by using products that are sourced with natural ingredients. You're doing something really good for the planet. You're doing something really good for the local economy, because again, you're not just giving all of your money to one big corporation. So that's another really important aspect of why you want to use products like this, whether it be, Dr. Bronner's soap or it be, the products that we make. This is just so important.
Yeah, it is. Now, okay, so your product line right now, is it limited to the lip products?
We just have the lip products. Right now we're finishing product or packaging on it's a primer, a makeup primer. So you put it on before you apply makeup.
Perfect.
And so we're hoping to launch that in the next month if we can just nailed down the last of our design on the labels.
Uh-huh.
So it's just getting that done and working with the manufacturer for printing on the bottles, which there's some time for them to set that up. But
Mm-hmm.
we've got a primer that's finished along with a daily moisturizer for the face.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to that. And then we're moving into, because there's only two of us, we're moving to foundations. So
Oh,
yeah.
yay.
Yeah, 'cause the goal with us right now is for my husband, the professional makeup artist, to be able to do an entire makeup job on someone with our products. And
Yeah.
so that's, it's going to take a little time, which is the fun part, because honestly, even with the failures, and I can tell you I've had quite a few, never stop trying. It goes with anything. So, I know for a fact that things aren't going to be developed perfectly right off the bat. And there will
Right.
be some time to do that. But the lip balms are a ton of fun just because they are different colors. And again, it actually moves us into a process of actually doing a blush bar. So it won't be, there's a lot of dual uses for these products, which is good if you just kind of tweak the recipe. So,
Is your husband there giving you notes?
No.
No, not at all. He's not explaining that at all to you, not giving you the right makeup words at all.
Yeah, right.
No, I
Well,
think.
I used to, as far as like a lip liner was a makeup thing until
Mhm.
until I
Yeah.
understand that you can only learn so much. So,
Yeah. Now, so how long has the lip products been out there? How long have they been
oh,
available?
we are super new. We just
Hmm.
started doing the lips in August.
Wow.
Yeah, we're super new with regards to it. So the colors were in development all early summer.
Hmm.
And we decided to start giving out samples to people in August, and the response was unreal.
So tell me some things that people who had sampled it said. I mean, people were any of these people that had never used a CBD product before and were a little cautious about it?
I definitely had the mix of everything with regards to that. So, working in a corporate environment, and my cohorts that I work with at lunch be like, "Hey, I made this. You want to try it? And is this going to get me high?" And you got to be, I understand the fear when you're worried about losing a medical license,
Hmm.
because you put something on your skin, and the
Yeah.
next thing so there's a lot of education with regards to that. So, but being what I, do, and my kind of mind is people get to know me and they understand what kind of person I am with regards to how I research things and how I
Yes.
present them. Um, they were assured that everything was going to be a-okay. So I definitely
Hmm.
had the people that are skeptical of it, and the people. And it seemed the one question that kind of everybody asked, it didn't matter if they really like smoking marijuana or they've never smoked it and they're petrified to, was, is this going to get me high?
Yeah. Am I gonna fail a drug test by putting this lip balm on?
Yeah. Which, for me is kind of funny because I kind of, think to myself, if you really like something, like, you have a glass of wine every night, or you smoke a doobie or whatever you do to
Hmm.
unwind at the end of the day, like, you think that those people would be a little bit more knowledgeable of what they were putting into their body. So honestly, I
Yeah.
was a little surprised to hear that from the people that I, know that like to toke every once in a
Yeah.
while. But it's definitely an education thing with regards to this product. It's very much letting people understand why you want to add this.
And
And
that's what you're doing is wonderful in one sense, just because you're combining something with a product that everyone uses every day, and you're making it healthy and you're making it more natural, and it's actually has the potential to help their body. But additionally, what I really appreciate is that you are helping to make CBD more mainstream by having this product, and people will give it as gifts and they'll buy it just to try it and things like that, because it's not a scary product. You're introducing potentially a very large market to something that has been taboo for so long. And so that in itself, outside of the, the benefits of increasing the amount of cannabinoids in your body to help your ECS, your endocannabinoid system, become a little bit more active and such, you're helping to break down barriers when it comes to using CBD. And that is amazing.
Well, thank you. Thank you. And, I think it is all about knocking down doors and changing stereotypes on it. And it goes back to the education for people and educating them. Because if you rely on the media that they hear from the mainstream media about it, it's not at all accurate. And
yeah,
and opening it up to the bigger market and educating people, it's been a lot of fun to be able to do that and to explain to people, the reason for doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's you're helping on multiple levels there.
Which I think is great, because I think that, too many times that we go to something and we look at what we can do to have fun with it, as far as and I think that a lot of focus is on there. And so you get a lot of demonization of it. And, prohibition itself is really a unique thing. I think that everybody should really understand alcohol prohibition and what came about of it. I don't know if it's still on, but Netflix had a really good documentary series on prohibition by Ken Burns. It was 2-3 hour movies on prohibition, why it came about, what happened once they enacted it, and why did they repeal it.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
So you've got those prohibitionist mindsets that, they tell their children that marijuana is bad and cannabis is bad and hemp and everything's evil, and they tell their children, and nobody really understands why. And you look to a lot of the problems that we face with regards to legitimizing CBD and hempcrete and all the awesome things that we can make out of it.
Yeah.
Because of this, I take it, you can either let the authority be the truth or let the truth be the authority. And
right.
I use the latter. I let the truth be the authority. And so that's what you really need to do with regards to this, because prohibition has changed this country. And I feel like we're still feeling the effects of alcohol prohibition. They haven't even finished on us. Before prohibition, all of our income, not all of our income tax, but a really good portion of our income tax was provided by the alcohol companies. Prohibition came about, and one of the reasons that the IRS was created was because this big cash cow disappeared and went by, and so the government needed money. And that's partly why the IRS was formed at the onset of prohibition. So you look at what's happened as a result of that, and all of this financial strife has been pushed to the working class, and you have all kinds of stuff going on that today we still feel. So I think that legitimizing this and taking away the profits from drug cartels to start, taking away profits from oil cartels if we can get fuel to a point, and it's just amazing. And, that's why the powers that be don't want this. They don't want it at all. And so it's really important, not just to market, but just to stay in business. I can tell you, since August we started, we've been kicked off of Etsy, which was cool. And then after we were kicked off of Etsy, we got kicked off of Amazon Handmade, but I got to sell 3 whole chippies before they kicked me off. So, and, the thing that really irked me about Amazon is I told them from the get-go, because I gotten kicked off of Etsy, hey, I do CBD products. This is what we make, da-da-da-da-da. And then somehow somebody wasn't awake at the keyboard when they approved our application, and we got kicked off for selling CBD on Amazon. So, it's really hard to break the market, but I just want to stay in business and not, have to deal with government regulations. Yeah, the DEA reclassifying CBD was, my jaw dropped. And I mean, my heart stopped because I just was like, oh my God, like, because trying to do these products with medical marijuana in it, way harder, just
Mm-hmm.
way harder. And at least with CBD, because of the laws, I can sell it as a normal product,
Yes.
which is way better. It's so much better. So, my mind went back to that when that happened, and I was really worried about that. But I reached out to my distributor, and they said, our lawyers are actively looking at this, and the DEA can't make up laws; they can enforce them.
Yes.
So,
Exactly.
that made me feel a lot better, and so I could go about my day. But again, I think it gets into things like that are reasons that we really have to enlighten the people we're trying to sell to. And
Mm-hmm.
it's so it's not just a marketing thing, it's a survival thing of staying in business and being able to sell products, so that a bunch of people with closed minds think that you're trying to sell lip balm that's going to get their kids up. And that's my worry. And
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I'm making one of the healthiest lip balms you can find. We use minerals in the color, mica and iron oxide, so we try not to do anything that's going to be too detrimental.
Mm-hmm.
And I want that right to be able to stay in business and offer something that's going to be a healthy alternative.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
And you've got a lot of people with a lot of money that you are going to be up against.
Yeah.
You don't have Maybelline doing a CBD line, an all-natural CBD line.
Yeah, and I don't think you will until
Right.
more states. It's for some entity of that size,
Mm-hmm.
it's a very risky thing to do for them.
Yeah.
Again, they've got to report back to shareholders, and they've got to be accountable for those kinds of things. And you don't want to piss anybody off.
Yeah, exactly. When you've
Which I'm
got
kind
something
of
going.
thankful for, because it really gives me more room to maneuver
Mm-hmm.
and actually, you know, I'm uninterrupted with regards to people like them, because they're not ready to get into something like this. So it gives
Yes.
me a heck of a head start. And
Well, and on top of that, you're always going to have the comparison between Budweiser and a craft beer.
exactly.
You've got the mass marketed product, and then you've got the craft product.
Yeah,
And it'll be the same with makeup as well when it comes to CBD.
definitely. I just wish, I look at craft beer and Budweiser, and I don't, there's definitely some differences there. But as far as makeup, comparing it, craft beer versus Budweiser, the Budweiser's not going to kill you.
Yeah,
And what
that's
you're
true.
putting, and I think the one thing that I really like that I'm bringing to the whole makeup side, not the CBD or that side, is bringing something that's going to be safer. And
Yes.
that's really important. That's always been really important to me. That's why I started making my own lotions for myself, was so that
Mm-hmm.
I could have a lotion that was safe and that
Mm-hmm.
I could make for myself and have it, know that it's not going to cause me any issues.
Yeah.
And I
And it
think,
actually ends up benefiting you.
yeah, and I think that with women, it doesn't matter if you're buying Dior or you're buying, the stuff they sell at the drugstore. What you're putting on your body, what you said earlier, things passing through your lips orally and digesting that. And, you think, oh, well, it's just a little bit. But you know what? A little amount of something like, let's say, LSD,
Mm-hmm.
that's going to get you really high, just that little amount. And so when you're looking at drugs or you're looking at carcinogens, it doesn't take a lot to cause an effect in some cases.
Right. Well,
So,
a little bit of arsenic
yes,
is one
exactly.
thing, but day after day after day after day, 365 days a year.
That is a perfect example. Yes. So understanding that you've got buildup and everything, you're really going to have a problem when you're putting these things on your skin. You breathe through your skin, and your
Mm-hmm.
skin, it's the largest organ in your body.
Exactly.
So if you can use a carrier oil like jojoba oil, which is really rich in vitamin E, or one of my favorite oils, which is the cold pressed raspberry seed, super high in antioxidants.
Nice.
And if there was a study put out quite a while ago that said that raspberry seed could be anywhere from 15 to like 24 SPF on it. So unfortunately, I don't have the access to the PubMed archives because I'm not, any kind of teacher or anything like that. Credentialed nurse, physician. I can't get past the summary with regards to that. But there's huge benefit in using all of these oils, and again, it goes to ratios. Something like raspberry seed that is such a powerhouse. You don't want to do a raspberry seed based oil. You're going to be really shiny.
Might smell really good though.
It's not the best smell, the raspberry seed oil, to be honest. But what it does as far as vitamin E, what it does as far as being an antioxidant, it's amazing. It's one of the bases I use quite a bit more for the lotion I use when I'm going to go into the sun than what I would use for the product that we use for creating your primer. But it has amazing benefits, and I would think that someone would much rather use something like raspberry seed oil to get an effect that they're going to use from a synthetic petrochemical.
Yeah.
I think that's the sad thing, is that there's really the safety behind this is could be beefed up, and that's to be aware of. It's kind of like you can drink Coca-Cola, but you can also flush it in your toilet and clean your toilet with it.
Oh, it's really good at cleaning the battery posts on your car.
Battery posts, stuff like that. But it's quite, in the raw form, I've heard rumors that it has to have hazardous chemical warnings.
The little triangle.
Yeah, when you're taking it in the condensed form. So it's not the best thing. So you really can't trust, the powers that be as far as like, is this safe?
Yeah.
I mean, you can if you choose to. I'm just one of those people that prefer not to.
Well, anytime there's a lot of money involved in something, it makes me trust people less.
Yes.
Because there's just too much to lose.
Yes.
So
I totally agree. So, I like the fact that we can put something that's got a lot of vitamin E that's really good for the skin and use that because, it's going to leave a small residue on the skin, and that small residue is going to be enough to have attract pigment. So then you're getting a makeup effect, but you've applied what is essentially a beauty treatment to your skin.
Nice.
So, and that's kind of the fun part, is coming up with something that's dual use. So it's not just something that's make your lips look pretty. It's something that is going to make your lips feel great when you take it off. And that's the whole direction. That's our whole focus. Our whole goal is to make something that's a treatment that just happens to also be makeup.
Well, now that you mentioned when you take it off, are you also going to be having products like makeup remover products with CBD in it?
We're doing an oil-based makeup removal, yes, as well. So
because they're going to put all this great stuff on, and then they're going to go buy some crap stuff to take it off. When they're washing their hands, like, no.
Yeah, exactly. You did all this good, and then never mind. So.
Yeah, we don't want that.
Yeah, we don't want that. So we're doing a complete line. It should, again, us doing it together. It's definitely slow forming, being a small company like this.
But you're also doing it right.
Well, yeah. No, you can't take shortcuts. It doesn't matter with what you do in life. Yeah, you really can't take shortcuts because you're going to end up losing somewhere else possibly as a result.
All right. So how about you give us your website so that people know where to buy your product?
You just go to Naturae, and it's Nature, like me, myself, and I. Naturae.me.
That's fabulous. Okay, guys, I'm sorry we had some interruptions today, so this is probably going to get edited. You'll have a lot of in and outs here. But I really wanted to get Kevin on the show, and I was not going to wait. So, and again, we really appreciate what you're doing. I love the fact that you're providing a product that is very natural and very healthy. I love the fact that you're providing a product that is so what's the word I'm looking for? It's something that anyone can use. It's something that people can give to their friends and family. It's going to be something that helps to remove the stigma when it comes to the plant. And I really am looking forward to watching you grow and add new products. And so thank you for everything.
Well, thank you very much, Dawn. I really appreciate you taking the time to get the word out about Naturae. We really appreciate it.
Okay, well, we'll see you guys next time. Everyone have a great week and stay happy and stay healthy. Bye.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Thanks again for listening, and be sure to tune in again next Wednesday at cbdtalkpodcast.com. Until then, stay happy and stay healthy.